alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Humanity. I say I have to remind you that you are all living Muslims, residents on Mother Planet Earth, and it's important that to remind you that you are Muslims is something that allows every one of you to look into yourselves and your games and see how can you help either the environment or the societies in which you live to recognize the beauty of the most holy, beautiful religion, Islam. With that, I'll start by congratulating the president of Namibia, the mama who has become a president of Namibia. And I do hope that every woman in Namibia should look forward to be a member of parliament. Those who have the capabilities and the know-how and the abilities to serve their nation in line with the obligation to ensure that human beings, because they are born of every woman, any human being on Mother Planet Earth is born of a woman. That way, if you mothers, very, very honorable creations to Allah, as well as to those who have saints on Mother Planet Earth, I have to remind you that if every woman who carries a womb for 9 months realizes what they go through to be able to produce those children that you or us will call your children, you are the people sitting in every seat of parliament, every seat of authority, every seat of power, then you'll be able to guide humanity to a one goal, what we call a one-page song. And that song would be to ensure that all human beings are given the beauty that Islam recognizes, or Islam, the beauty that appears in every mother's face, or in every mother's face, because we are honoring our mothers who have took on the mantle to ensure that this call that I make, that hey, my mothers out there, take the mind, take the whatever, and take every office of authority in order to be able to implement beauty to life. Because a woman, a mother who has carried a womb for 9 months, when she wakes up, she'll be able to wash her baby's face before she does anything else. And she washes her face, the baby's face. In that intricate love and care and concern, where a mother wakes up and she ensures that her baby's face is clean, her face is clean. If you kind of put that intricate whatever on what you call a Zoom, and you put it in what you call how would I classify that word? How would I put it? A phantom whatever. Then you enlarge it, you evaluate, you put it on a phantom, a big screen, in a way that it's evolved societies in which you live. You would realize that a mother who wakes up and washes her baby's face and he puts whatever, if she has to, if you are to look after your communities, and knowing that those communities are Muslims, Because there's not a single mother on this planet who is not a Muslim. There is not a single living mother on this planet who is not a Muslim. All mothers that you ever come across, in whichever capacity they are, their religion is pure Islam. So in that sense, a mother, after washing her baby's face, if the baby hasn't come off breastfeeding, she'll breastfeed the baby, and so on and so on. Then, in that capacity, if you have to look at what Islam says, that celestial obligation is to dispense peace, harmony, and whatever to the environment, because the environment provides what a mother cooks, what a mother prepares for children, for her husband. You look at things that are constructive in every sector to ensure that every member of every family on this planet has something to look up to in terms of what to put inside their stomach. You have security to be protected from monsters who are sexual predators in what we call modern times. So all these things need to be put in that kind of line and order. If there were enough women on the United Nations Assembly, let's say the entire United Nations Assembly should belong only to women. Then when you come to seats of parliament, they should all belong to women. When you come to seats and civil service, teaching and whatever, they should all belong to women. And the men who say we use manufacture weapons because we are in control of the treasury, we save money to manufacture weapons, they should be cleaning the streets to ensure that their children walk on clean streets. Clean streets that are not littered with bodies of men and whatever, who have been shot with machine guns or assault rifles, which are manufactured by men. So with that, I say congratulations to the Namibian president. I wish he could invite me to your country, and I do kind of show you how to look after every Namibian. In your speech, you mentioned your economic plan and what have you. And I would like to remind you that what you shouldn't put on the table in terms of economics, you should disengage from any mineral, what you call mining. Mining of any, or extracting minerals from the ground is not a good thing for your country. You rather engage in agriculture, intensive agriculture programs, which provides food for everyone, fresh food for everyone. That way, if a nation has enough food on the table, for everyone, the brains of those people are well awake. The other thing we should put on a very, very high note to the members of every Namibian assembly in your parliament, Namibia should ensure that no alcohol is sold in your country, because it's a developing economy. And if you allow any of your communities to engage in alcohol, you have casualties in hospitals who have been fighting in bars. You have so many problems, because alcohol carries so many problems, disease, and the alcohol also fuels disease. Alcohol is the most highly flammable, flammable, the most high fuel that fuels disease from one human to another. So if you are to ban alcohol from your country and ban any gambling, and if someone came to your country and say, oh, we are investors here and we want to invest in we are a gambling entity, As a developing economy, you don't need either 2% of a gambling sector in your country. It should be hard work. If you have to look at China, how it came to be what it is today, they used to do, there was no gambling those years. I don't know whether they do now, but there was no gambling culture. Men and women have worked very hard to put China in the position where it is today. So do Africans can do that. If you are men and women who love your own dignities, who respect your own dignities, and I look forward for an invitation maybe to look into what is Namibia really. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.